What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we are already on the letter K in our ABC journey of colloquialism. So that is just crazy to me. We are flying through the alphabet, but I'm excited about today's video because I have something that I don't think I've ever taught for you all. It is a euphemism, So we have a euphemism that I'm going to teach you guys today. I'm going to teach you guys what a euphemism even is. And then of course, they all start with the letter K. So we have one euphemism, one expression, and an idiom for you all of which start with the letter K. All right, so let's go ahead and get right into it. I know you're dying to know what a euphemism is. So the first one is a euphemism, and it is kick the bucket. Kick the bucket. Now, kick the bucket is just a euphemism for dying, all right? And you're like,
Carly, teacher Carly, what is a euphemism?
Well, a euphemism is a word, a substitute word or expression in this case that we use in place of a word or expression that is too harsh. So, you know, death is a sensitive topic. And a lot of times if you just say like, oh, your dog died, like she did. I mean, it's a little harsh sometimes if somebody's like crying or, you know, your mom died. Dang. It's kind of like, okay, a little harsh to say, but to make it not so harsh, we use euphemisms. So we use things like kick the bucket, you know, like, oh yeah, she was old, so she kicked the bucket, you know, trying to make it not so harsh. Now, this is where it's kind of, English is kind of weird because for me, in my personal opinion, teacher Carly's personal opinion, I feel like euphemisms are like weird to use. I don't like using euphemisms too often unless it's like a joking manner. Like if I'm like coughing on, like if I'm trying to drink my drink and I just start coughing and I'm like, oop, hope I don't kick the bucket, then that's okay because it's like a joking manner. Like, oh, I hope I don't die. Like, oh, you know, I hope I don't kick the bucket. But like, I don't really use euphemisms in real life unless I'm like being playful or, you know, fun, or I'm joking, which I do joke a lot and I am pretty playful, but I wouldn't use it like if my friend's mother actually passed away and I'm like, oh, your mom kicked the bucket. Like that's insensitive. So
How rude.
you need to like kind of read the room a little bit and have a little bit of common sense to know when you should use euphemisms, all right? But again, euphemisms is just an expression or a word that we use in place of an expression or word that's kind of harsh. So an example sentence of kick the bucket, the euphemism that we're learning today, is I heard the old man's dog kicked the bucket last night. I heard the old man's dog kicked the bucket last night. Again, kick the bucket is a euphemism that just means to die, all right? So the old man's dog kicked the bucket last night. He passed away. He died. Not the old man, the old man's dog. There's a difference. So that's the first one, kick the bucket. And you also learn what a euphemism is. The second one that also starts with the letter K is an expression. Keep your chin up. Keep your chin up. Now this expression is a little bit self-explanatory. If your chin is up, you're not like down and being all sad and like in your feelings, your chin's up, right? So this means to remain cheerful or optimistic in a difficult situation. To remain cheerful or optimistic in a difficult situation. Usually when you have like hardships, you kind of wear it sometimes on your face, and maybe you're stressed, maybe you're sad, maybe you're just like emotional and your head's down, right? Because you have a lot on your mind and you kind of lose your spark for a little bit. So your head's down. Well, we have this expression that literally means keep your chin up. Don't put your head down. And it just means stay optimistic, you know? Stay optimistic, remain happy or cheerful even in difficult situations, all right? So keep your chin up. So an example sentence of this is, I know things have been tough, but keep your chin up. Better days are ahead. Ooh, this example sentence is actually really good life advice, right? I know. Let me say it in like a very ASMR voice. I know things have been tough. Wait, what was the example? I know things have been tough, but keep your chin up. Better days are ahead. Now I gotta look at you and read it. I know things have been tough, but keep your chin up. Better days are ahead. Oof. Maybe I should have been like, I don't know, one of those people, the narrators, you know, that read like books on like Kindle, something like that. I don't know. Let me know. Maybe I can have a career change. Who knows? You know, if that was good, let me know. My little ASMR moment. That was a very motivational quote, even though it was an example sentence. So yes, keep your chin up literally just means to remain optimistic, to remain cheerful even during hardships. And it is an expression. No matter what you're going through, whether it's stressful, whether it's like, you know, even if it's just like a job change, or, you know, you're going through a breakup, or maybe you have to move, or anything like that, just keep your chin up, remain optimistic. So we have kick the bucket, which is a euphemism, keep your chin up, which is an expression, and now we have an idiom. The third and final one for today is an idiom, which is knee-jerk reaction. Knee-jerk reaction. So if somebody has a knee-jerk reaction, it just means an immediate and automatic response to something, usually without thinking. Okay, this is where I'm pretty sure this comes from. I haven't done a
History with Carley
in a long time, and I haven't researched this, but I'm pretty sure, don't quote me on it, but I'm like 90% sure that the history from this is, you know, when you go to the doctor and the doctor has like a little like hammer thingy, and this is not a hammer thingy, this is my pen, but it kind of looks like it, and the doctor's like boop, boop, boop on your knee, like boop, boop, boop on your knee, and your knee goes jerks because there's like, I don't know, something there, like a nerve. I don't know, and I'm an English teacher. I don't know science and anatomy like that. I should, but there's something there that makes the knee go. You have a knee-jerk reaction, even if you don't want to, involuntarily, without thinking. The doctor on your knee, and your knee just goes whoop. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. When somebody has a knee-jerk reaction, it just means that they have an immediate, automatic, without thinking response to something. So you can have a knee-jerk reaction to literally anything. So for example, one of my friends called the other day. This is not the example sentence, this is my personal example. One of my friends called the other day, and he was like, you know, his girlfriend is out of town or out of country, and he's like,
yeah, I miss her so much, so I'm gonna go see her.
And his girlfriend went on like a trip with her friends, and she had just left like, you know, a few days before that. He's like,
I'm gonna see her and surprise her.
And I was like, already thinking ahead, and I'm like, that sounds weird. She just left. And then I'm like,
surprise her with what?
And then he pulls out like a ring, and he shows us like that he's gonna propose. And I had the knee-jerk reaction. I was like, ah, I knew it. Like, I was so excited. It was like involuntary, automatic. As soon as I saw that ring, I was just like, ah, like so excited for them. And I was like, I knew it. Like, I didn't know it, but as soon as he said like he was gonna surprise, I was like, surprise her with what? Like, I was like, I think something more is going on here. And then he showed the ring, and it was like a knee-jerk reaction. I was like, oh my goodness, so excited. What's the plan? And I just couldn't stop talking. I was like, how are you gonna do it? What's the plan? How, like, she's gonna know your location. She's gonna know you left the country. She's gonna know you're in the same country as her. Like, da 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 da. I was asking so many questions, and it was just literally involuntary for me. I was just overly excited. That was my knee-jerk reaction to his news. All right. But an example sentence for you all is, her knee-jerk reaction was to say no, but I'm sure she'll change her mind. So her knee-jerk reaction was to say no, but I'm sure she'll change her mind. So that just means automatically and immediately she was like, no, but she may change her mind. I do have people in my life that are literally like this. Whenever they hear something, they're usually like opposed to it. And if you're watching this, you know exactly who you are. Yeah, you're usually opposed to it. But then after like even sometimes just 5 minutes, you're like, no, this is cool. Yeah, you change your mind. You know, or maybe even after, you know, a couple days, you let it digest and you're like, nah, and you change your mind. So a lot of people initially have a knee-jerk reaction to something, but then like an automatic response, like, no, or, oh yeah. But then after you let it like marinate and like you think about it, sometimes you can change your mind. And that's just what this example was saying as well. You guys, we not only learned what a euphemism is, but we learned 3 totally different colloquialisms. We had a euphemism, an expression, and an idiom. and they all started with the letter K. So, I mean, in my opinion, this is a pretty good video. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like kind of excited about this. Hopefully you guys like it as much as I do. If you do, please like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I hope to see you all in the next video.